Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Most exciting man in boxing. Exciting man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Melon here, man. 122 pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
Hey, qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, canal. Ánimo.
Hey, this is a 989 assassin, Jermaine Franklin Jr. Shout out to Goodfella TV.
Tiger Johnson from Cleveland, Ohio, 140, and you're watching Goodfella TV.
All right, we back. Really want to go live today, so I made sure I went live today. I had a jam-packed day after I got off, but we in here, we in the building. Feel like I peeled enough muscle in my neck, so I know I'm gonna wake up stiff as hell. Stretching my neck at work, and that boy, I heard that boy go rip. I'm like, damn, I had to keep it loose. But anytime you let that body set, it's a wrap. So I had to make sure I put this. I got this Amish arthritis cream at the Cracker Barrel in Fine Lake, Ohio, coming back from Charlotte. It's pretty good shit too. So I keep the pain shit on deck. And then what's so funny is, dog, I fucked around and I put muscle on my neck, so I hop on Instagram and shit. And they offering a what's it called? Chirotherapy, 2 sessions for $30. I'm like, shit, that's right up my alley. I'm like, man, I didn't even say nothing on the phone about my neck. And they subscribe that. That's crazy, dude. I think some fishy shit going on for real. But I don't know, man. They put some chips in niggas' asses or some shit like that. But hey, man, we here to have a good time now for a long time, around an hour. I'm shooting for around there, maybe a little bit less. You never know. Make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, let everybody know we live in here. And today we're going to talk about Ryan Garcia lie exposed by both companies, I believe now. And is Ryan Garcia going to snitch on Mayweather and Joshua Wilder? I'm a really dig in on that one. That might be the show closer right there. About marinating going wrong, and I got individual videos coming about. You already seen the Ryan Garcia and Ostarine video that's already been done, but the other two topics I got individual videos. So if you don't catch it live or you don't want to go back, I'll do individual videos more in depth. So don't worry. Tomorrow it'll be in depth. So I do appreciate y'all for tapping in. Don't forget this will be on the podcast in the morning, about 6 in the morning tomorrow, 6, 7-ish. More closer to 6, I would say. By the time I cut my first video. But yeah, more closer to 6 and shit. What else I can say? You can listen to an Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, just to name a few. Other than that, man, shout out to everybody watching on Kick, Twitch, X, Facebook. Shout out to y'all. Don't forget, I'm gonna eventually start streaming on Instagram. Shit just gotta slow down just a little bit, and I can start, kind of doing a few things. So I went out of town, so I had to catch up on some sleep this weekend. Boy, I slept, man, dude. I took 2 muscle relaxers, had a Thai massage. Boy, I felt great. You ain't never had a Thai massage. You ain't never had a massage. I guarantee you, if you go to Thailand, I'd be a passport ninja just to go to Thailand and get a real Thai massage. Like from them, Thai massages is the best massages. Now, if you somebody, it's great for females because females naturally flexible. If y'all been with a few females, even the big ones, they can put their legs behind their heads and shit and all that type shit. They all flexible for the most part, unless they got multiple sclerosis. I remember this chick I went to school with. She had multiple sclerosis, and that's when I learned about it. Funny story, bro. Like, she was giving out, man, you got to remember, I went to this high school for a year and a half. And she was giving out, she was giving out, senior pictures and signing her senior. She was like, I was thinking about, I didn't know if I wanted to give you a picture or not. And I was thinking I'm looking like, bitch, I don't care. I was living my best life my senior year. I was, man, dude, my mama once there. I had a whole crib to myself, had the whip. Man, we was fooling. I was, look, looked at her like she was insane. Like, I'm like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you. And then I remember I seen her like at the Walgreens a couple years ago. She was all hype. I guess she wanted to fuck. But she was a nice looking little girl though. You know, she was a nice little girl, no doubt about it. A little light skinned, spicy. But she wasn't on my radar, you know, at all. I'm looking like, man, you ain't really said more than 10 words to a ninja. But to be the ones that be avoiding you, that really be wanting you, dog, or the ones that be on your helmet like that, y'all know how it go. But I looked at her, I was like, this bitch insane. Like, I looked at her like, are you insane? If you just want the dilly, let a ninja nearly know. Cause I ain't kiss and tell. That's what I found out like young. If you ain't say nothing, they was gonna fuck with you. That's why they was running over to them cars, messing with them older people. We couldn't even mess with the girls as freshmen. They leaving out the side door, messing with grown men and shit. That's what they tell me. Oh, it's disgusting to see a guy 5 or 10 or 15 years older than a girl. These chicks in high school, 15 years old, getting slutted out by 30 and 35-year-olds. Man, tell me I'm lying, man. I ain't the only one that see that shit. You looking out the side door, there go Marissa, jogging out the side door, about to get pounded out by a nigga with an old school Malibu and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we the only ones, bro. That shit wild. Like, I couldn't be the only one that seen that shit. You couldn't even fuck with chicks in your own grade, bro. They was going out, and then most of them chicks I know now that had them older boyfriends, they look bad, out of shape. Some of them dope fiends. Some of these hoes like they should be begging for money on the side of the road. Big Soldier MX salute. Ryan doesn't have explanation. That's why he's going to conspiracy route. Tyrese. Massman salute. Yeah, they all flexible. Yep. But if you ain't flexible going to get a Thai massage, you need to probably pick up the weights and start working on your flexibility. That's what I'll say. For sure. Cause man, dude, them stretches, man, they're made for the faint of hearts. But you feel so much better. But they tell you if you don't get your muscle mass up and start lifting, they gonna basically tell you that they just taking your money, bro. That's what they're gonna tell you. They basically just take your money. So you gotta lift some weights when you go in there or get your flexibility up. But nonetheless, Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying? The dude came on Fox News of the company, I think it's NutriBio, and he basically said that Ryan Garcia lying. Now, from what I read, I heard some of the audio on the Town Channel. What I heard was he didn't sound like he wanted to sue Ryan Garcia. It sounded like he wanted to clear his company's name. For what I read, I didn't hear nothing about a lawsuit, and it could be coming, especially if numbers end up getting impacted. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't forget to check out the Box 101 playlist. If you want to go back and rewatch this on YouTube, it's free to listen to it on Spotify, Anchor, Spotify, Anchor, Amazon Music, just to name a few. Hit the link tree, it'll take you there like the Staple Singer, right? Supplement company fires back and Ryan Garcia claims product contained banned substance. Now, NutriBio CEO Mark Glazer. Now, at the end of the day, the other company, I believe, ran as well, too. I could be wrong on that. It might be the same one. They said they didn't find no Ostarine. Now, I told you guys it was no Ostarine in this. Now, you got Ryan Garcia fans. You got some of these raccoons out there basically saying that they were saying that you're not taking the loss. Well, if you go immediately after the fight, I gave Ryan Garcia full credit. Only way I took credit away from Ryan Garcia, which I still put the blame on the Haneys, was what? I said that it was a situation that the weight, he blew the weight off. I didn't know nothing about the legal IB or the Nodrolin or the Ostarine. I gave Ryan Garcia full credit. And anybody listening to my channel after the fight, I gave him credit. And I blame the Haneys for allowing him for the weight discrepancy. You knew he was going to blow off weight. So I gave him credit. And even Tom went out there and said that the ref saved Devin Haney and it should have been a knockout for Ryan Garcia. So people going around here talking about, people not taking a loss well, and no. When the playing field is even, you see what Brian Norman did to old buddy from Top Rank. When the playing field is even, that's usually what happens when we go against these Mexican fighters. Just being real. That's usually what happened on this level. That's history. That's why it's a big deal when a Mexican be the black fighter and all that. And at the end of the day, I ain't mad at it. Because they got way more victories than these white American fighters because they don't fucking exist. Even in the UFC, the white American fighter had a little run. Chris Weidman and all them, they had a little run. But then the Africans started taking over. Then, you know, you had that brother from the UK. Then you had, you know, Usman and Ngannou and John Jones, American guy. So, you know, we can keep going on and on, you know. Even you had what's my man's they used to fight in the backyard with Kimbo Slice and shit, man. I love nigga. He ran up on that racist ass white boy, Kobe Covington. What was my man's name? I see his face in my head. Pause. What was the brother name? Masvidal. Yeah, he ran, man. He put the mask on. And he jumped on Kobe Covington. Man, shoot, if I could send a donation to that brother, I would. If I could send a donation to that brother, I would, bro. That was some. I agree with that shit. You talk all that regular shit about people, family and shit. Hell no. When you talk about people, family, wives, children, and all that type of shit, dog. No. No. Everything off limits. You know, it's one thing to talk and, you know, put a show on and everybody type that shit about Conor McGregor. You know, you did try to do bodily harm to Khabib. He threw a chair that shattered glass. So, you know, at the end of the day, I don't care how much discipline you have as a man. I don't care about how much discipline you have as a man. Somebody, you know, shatter glass on you, that can end your career. Your glass can get on your eye and make you blind. Dude, he had every right to spit and beat the hell out of Conor McGregor team. I don't care what none of y'all say. It's a time to be the bigger man. It's a time to get ignorant. What's how the baby say? I will get my gun and get ignorant. Yeah, it's a time to get ignorant. Sometimes you gotta spaz on these ninjas to let them know, bro. And he told me it was just all business. It's just all business. Fuck you mean it's just all business? Boy, you tried to spatter glass all over me and in my career. This spitting on you, this I spat on you is all business. But nonetheless, you know, real quick, back in the day when you did some shit, you know, you stole, they cut your hands off, you did something to somebody kids, they did it to your kids. It was an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. If we went back to those rituals, you know, life would be a lot better. Remember that dude that assaulted that man's kid, whatever, and then he blew his brains, like in the 80s, he blew his brains out after they gave him the verdict. He didn't do a day in jail, as he should not have. You know, as he should not have. Real spill. But he says NutraBio has never manufactured a supplement with Ostarine, has never brought Ostarine into our manufacturing facilities, Glazer said in a statement to Fox Digital. We have long-standing commitment to producing the highest quality supplements trusted by athletes worldwide. He says NutraBio has set the bar when it comes to guaranteeing product quality, safety, and we are the first sports supplement company to have a full label disclosure. Our supplements are manufactured in our own GMP facility, meaning CFR Part 3 GMP regulations. Glazer will continue. Now, at the end of the day, basically what he's telling y'all is, make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Basically what he's telling y'all is that, hey, they FDA approved, they clean, they're a real top-notch company. All right, they're a real top-notch company, and this bullshit don't happen. Now, he could sue Ryan Garcia, but that's what a lot of people are gonna be trying to see what NutraBio about. They say all publicity is good publicity. You know, not necessarily in every case when you're dealing with a product, because you know a lot of these dudes be like, you know, you use a product and you're an athlete or you get tested and you scared because then you can't get your reputation back, even if it's contamination or not. So at the end of the day, this is good publicity for them, because once you look at the standards and you look at, that's one thing I look at a company, third party tested, I read the reviews and the seals and do they ship out bad shit. And sometimes they can't help it if they ship it through Amazon, right? But if you see they third party tested, they FDA approved and all that shit, usually that's pretty good. I ain't the best nigga with the FDA, but if it's a good third party lab that's tested and FDA said it's good, and the price of the product is pretty steep from looking at it. Yeah, and the type of stuff that he was using, that's bullshit. Ryan Garcia is trying to come up with every excuse to cover his own ass, instead of just accepting his loss like a man and say I cheated, which nobody really cares for, because they don't like Devin Haney, they don't like his father. You know, they doing this, that, and third, and oh, he did this, and this guy exposed this, that, and this, and that's cool. That's cool. And y'all wonder why a lot of these brothers turn their back on their community, bro. I keep telling y'all. When these brothers is putting in work and they building the empire brick by brick, you know what I'm saying? And then they lead the community and they say fuck y'all and they go out there and they, you know, take their shit out to the suburbs and they do shit for them. Remember shit like this. Remember shit like this. I remember in the movie The Social Network, one of my favorite movies to watch, especially if you're gonna get into business. You know, Eduardo, he fronted the money for this for Facebook, right? But you know, he basically got mad at Mark for not advertising, I think it was, and not wanting to make money and start making his money back off of Facebook. I believe that's what it was. I could be wrong. So Eduardo cut the money off of the company, threatening to crash Facebook. So for the most part, I think he had to go get advertisement or get a deal where they wouldn't crash. So what Mark Zuckerberg did was some hoe ass shit. He basically, when he closed the deal, was to do a deal to sell Facebook or get some equity, whatever it was in the Facebook. They asked who Eduardo Saverin was, which he was the guy who put the money up. He was his boy. He was jealous of him. He was getting into the Phoenix and all this shit. You know, it was a fraternity on Harvard. He was jealous. He wrote him out. He basically reduced his shares to zero in the company. So he had Sean Parker, you know, stock wasn't going, you know, who came late. Him and Eduardo had beef because he took Mark's side. Everybody's stocks was the same, but they reduced Eduardo's stock to zero. So since Eduardo cut the money off to get his attention, because to do what he wanted to do, he cut Eduardo out the company. Now Eduardo ended up coming back suing him, and his name is on the masterhead of Facebook, and he's back owner and got his money back. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's just how greasy shit can get. You know, this is a dude who stuck by Mark Zuckerberg. He got them hated by the hoes and all that shit. So he had to send a message to him, even though he got, you know, he had to sue to get his rightful throne back to the back in the company and all that shit. But I don't get mad at with dudes when you acting like a whole ass nigga and you know stuff like that, and people go pick their ball up and go to a different community. I don't even get mad no more, bro. I see how these Keishas and these Latavias and these DeAndres is. You try to help these brothers out. You could tell brothers to strap up. You know what I'm saying? Taper. Dude, you can't dick police. Stop buying Gucci to make it. Oh, you can't tell us what to wear? Okay, cool. Then once a nigga gets slanged in the streets, once y'all experience racism, once y'all experience placism, and you know I can't move up and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing when nobody get killed in the street by the popos. Especially after looking at a lot of these body cams and how y'all ninjas be acting on the body cams. I don't want to hear nothing about if Gucci do another racist ad. I don't want to hear about boycotting a motherfucking thing no more. This new generation, bro, I say the last generation, they was known for getting their ass whooped and begging for rights and all this. But y'all new motherfucker. Y'all don't even know what racism is dead in y'all face. Oh, racism don't exist, but y'all begging for reparations. Man, fuck out of here, man. Y'all want a fucking handout so y'all can go get a Hellcat and buy more purses and shit, man. But he said this confirms what we consistently maintain. Ryan Garcia this was what the Ryan team was saying. Like they saying, well, it tested positive and all. And I know nothing else tested positive for Ostarine. He cheated. He never looked that good. He never looked that full and strong in the fight. And now we know why. He's a bitch. And anybody saying, well, you know, you can't erase the loss and the damage is done. Y'all not taking the loss. Man, this nigga cheated. like, what do we need to say? He cheated. It ain't nothing else need to be said. He cheated. And this is a fucking fact. This ain't no third party consensual saying he failed the drug test. This ain't no rinky dink company saying he failed the drug test. This ain't what that is. He failed the goddamn drug test. He failed the drug test. And he cheated. And people say, well, you know, why ain't Devin Haney rematching him? Like I said before. If you went to the casino and you hit the jackpot and they said the machine malfunctioned and you didn't get no jackpot, you got a certificate to go to the buffet and they didn't pay you your money, would you go back and fuck with them? No. Some of you niggas would though. Hell to the motherfucking no. If you shooting dice in the hood with some niggas and you found out you was trick dice, is you gonna go back and shoot dice with them again? Absolutely not. So, first he posted, he gave the guy opportunity. The guy pulled out. The guy cheated. And now he supposed to give him another opportunity. Well, when Miguel Cotto did this, and Miguel Cotto, man, give a fuck about what Cotto did. We don't even know if Antonio Margarito wore plastic in his hands versus Miguel Cotto. I think he did. But this nigga did illegal IV. He came up, popped. He had 2 drugs in question. I still believe the other one he was in question. He did all this hoop line and all this bullshit. Man, you think I'm about to break bread with him? So y'all gonna break bread with the Klan if it makes sense? Most of y'all would. Most of y'all would. Yeah, most of y'all would. Oh yeah, shit. The Klan gave me $1 million bonus. You know what I'm saying? I'll put this hood on, and a lot of y'all is weak, bro. A lot of y'all is weak. I hate to say a lot of y'all is weak, bro. I usually hear that shit out here. A lot of y'all is weak. Fuck, I'm gonna go give this nigga some money for, and he tried to kill. If anything, I'm trying to send brother to the upper room. Come on, I'm trying to send dog to the upper room. I'm about to put the tag on his head. I ain't thinking about getting no revenge in the square circle. I'm thinking about sending him and his family to the upper room. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm a real greasy nigga if you do me wrong. Now, I sleep on it for a couple days, but I'm real greasy. I'm trying to send your brother to the upper room too. Hell no. This became street shit when you tried to take me out. Come on, you trying to take me out and I'm supposed to, just forget about it. They always asking us to forgive and forget. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. Don't forget what they did to you in slavery. Forgive and forget. Me out your rabbit ass mind. I ain't never forgot a nigga I beef with on God. I ain't never forgot nobody I beef with. Still remember them faces to this day. And look at this cornball ass nigga, man. I legally can't speak on. They doing all this shit. He doing all this shit because it against Devin Haney. It's deeper than Bill talking about sparring. Then they meant to put the sparring footage out here, right? We know he did it allegedly, right? Talk Ryan out of taking the fight allegedly. Ryan said he told me to miss weight. You telling me that Floyd didn't tell Ryan to put a needle up his ass or take that Ostarine? You out your rabbit ass mind. I knew he was guilty or deeper doing this shit deeper than this when he went on It Is What It Is. And he said, well, I can't speak on this for legal. But no, if you ain't do shit, ain't legal. Like, no, I ain't tell that motherfucker to miss weight. But no, I ain't tell. He didn't say, well, Ryan Garcia should be banned for taking Ostarine. It ain't no place in the sport for that. I implemented drug tests. He spoke on that. And we know why he implemented drug tests. Because he's scared. He was scared of taking an ass whooping. Versus Manny Pacquiao. But no, he didn't do that. Like, oh man, imagine if Devin Haney popped out. Oh, Devin Haney shouldn't be banned from the sport. He should never fight again. It ain't no place in the sport. It wouldn't be nothing about no legalities or lawyers or nothing like this. I'll be telling y'all be thinking a lot of these brothers before us, they don't be for us, bro. They don't be for us. That's why you got to watch who you support, bro. You really got to watch who you financially support into your background. Just like if you investing into with somebody or getting money into somebody, you got to watch who you fucking with. Because a lot of these people, they want to be on top of the community and don't want to see nobody on top with them. They want to be on top of y'all. Pause. And don't want to see nobody come up. The majority of people that I seen was hated throughout my life was people that was in a better position than I was in categories. It maybe was getting bitches, maybe having money, having businesses, doing better in school. Them was the biggest haters, bro. It was never the motherfuckers for the most part that was, your equals or below you for the most part. Yeah, you had crab in the bucket mentality, but your biggest haters were people that you knew, that you was cool with, that you thought was your friends, your peers, and shit of that nature, and they didn't want to see you get on top, bro. They didn't want us to shine with you. They didn't want to share the light with them. The biggest haters. And Nipsey Hussle had a great song. He said these black owners in these games are some powerful racists. And a lot of people want to, protect Puff and say this don't happen in that to the white man and Puff. But Puff was doing a lot of harm to his own people. Come on, ain't that a double flagrant? Ain't that a flagrant 2, 3, 4, 5? Ain't you should be out for the season? When you go out there and do harm to your people, but it ain't no real track record of you doing harm to nobody else. This dude went out his way to support a Mexican. He went out his way to give him a game plan, allegedly, to beat Devin Haney. He went out his way to tell him to miss the weight. He went out his way to give him the sparring footage against Devin Haney. Should Floyd be trusted? If we got a race war and we had to do our thing, man, Floyd, come on, Floyd is already treasonous. We can't trust Floyd, bro. He can't be in our foxhole. He got to go. He got to go. He got to go on that long ride. He got to go on that long ride. Look at all his history of people he beefed with. Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Bill Haney. Come on, man. Oh man, come on. The Bay brothers, Cortez and Mickey Bay, his own fucking daddy. He slept with his own friend, wife, allegedly, and watched him delete them on each other on the phone. And went to the Clipper game eating nachos like ain't shit happened. Most of these guys who billionaires who got this money, they sellouts. And you can't blame them because you can't be pro-black and have that money. You could try to make up for lost time and try to do shit for your community. But then when you get in that position, you got to do shit for everybody. You ever notice you ask the Democratic Party and shit what you going to do for the black community? What they say? We got to do something for everybody. It's funny how they pick and choose how they want to say when Trump races and stuff, but they don't never see it with the Democrat. When Kamala Harris was claiming to be an Indian, and then when it was time to run with Joe Biden, she started carrying hot sauce, talking about she was listening to Tupac in 1986. What Tupacalypse are strictly for my niggas, Machiavelli, Don Kaluma, 97 Day Theory was you listening to in 86. Just because she went to Howard, fuck that mean. But they pick and choose who they want to be, who they want to expose as racist. If you ain't black, you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black. We got a governor in Michigan, Gretchen Whitmore. She put some buffs on, niggas go crazy. Shout out to my boy Greenwood Stocks. He had boy CJ going tonight. That's for real. And I'm telling y'all, they sit out here and they Democratic Party don't do nothing for y'all ass. That's why that previous generation, the civil rights generation, all they known was for begging and getting their ass whooped. That's all they was known for, was begging and getting whooped on, and getting blown with water hoses and getting bit by German shepherds. Niggas ain't do shit but beg. Hate to say that, other than like Malcolm X and the Nation and shit, niggas ain't do shit but beg. Niggas been begging forever. And when they get mad, they tear down their own shit, man. Floyd's a clown, bro. Floyd's a clown. I'm mad I even supported him. You got to fact check these guys that you support, bro. And one thing I say about Bill Haney, y'all talk a lot of shit about Bill, but Bill be tapping in with niggas, man. Bill will pop up on your show. Bill trying to grow the sport. Bill got his son on the Breakfast Club. Everybody start following. Bill, you talk shit about Bill. You keep it real with Bill. Bill show love, bro. And a lot of niggas got mad at Bill because they didn't get credentialed and shit for that last fight. But, he explained it to me what had happened. And because Kobe didn't get his credentials too late. So basically, they wasn't the A-side promoter. And a lot of shit got misconstrued behind that. You know what? And I ain't gonna get in the middle of that. That's for them niggas to talk about. Because I wasn't involved. But that's for all of them to talk about. I know a lot of niggas got mad, but I don't get in the middle of shit. I just don't get in the middle of it. I'm not in the middle of it. But what I can tell you is that he wasn't the A-side promoter and they played him on the press credentials. I know that for a fact. You can ask Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I hate this. I don't hate this nigga, but I hate the nigga he affiliated with. And you mine, you got 7-8. You know, a lot of them niggas got their credentials late because the Golden Boy was the A-side promoter. You got to know, going back in the day, Dante's Boxing Nation was saying that Golden Boy wasn't credentialing black media outlets. You know what I'm saying? You can go ask Hustle Boss, probably Neil from Hoop Jab. He don't cover boxing no more, I don't believe. I think he covered the Clippers and the Lakers from now on for some years now. I don't think he covered boxing no more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said before, be a lot of misunderstandings that niggas just need to have communication with. Like I said, I don't get involved in none of that. That's between them. Do I got people? I'm cool with people that's kind of got some issues, yeah, but I don't get in between that. I stay out of that. I stay out of that. Somebody needs something behind the scenes, and if somebody I fuck with like that, I got them. They know they call. Woo, woo, woo. I make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, somebody text me too. I don't even know who text me. That's crazy. I'm about to get in the shower. Somebody text me. A couple people text me. Oh, okay. Not Nike want to do a 50% sit. Not Mikey. That's Snipes. I went to go pick up my shoes. They hadn't even shipped them yet. I go check on them now. They ship them. It's crazy. But yeah, man, to me that's some corny ass shit. But then he'll sit up here and say he forced people and my black brothers and my black sisters and all that shit. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. He told Ryan Garcia to do that to Devin Haney, and that's fucked up. That's messed up. That's basically like your son, bro. Your family raised that kid, and to get mad because his dad talked about some sport. Get mad at the daddy. Get mad at the daddy. Get mad at the daddy. Don't get mad at the son, but you went out your way because it also killed two birds with one stone. It kept him off of Tank Davis' head. That's what it all originated from. And had Devin signed with Floyd would have kept him even further away from Gervonta Davis. That's what Shakur Stevenson better understand. He gonna keep him. You sign over there, they're gonna keep you further away from Gervonta Davis. All this for protecting Gervonta Davis. Where Gervonta Davis needed Devin Haney, he needed Shakur Stevenson, he needed Lomachenko to get to where Floyd remotely was at. But you know what? Floyd don't want him to get there no way. So he's gonna tell him to do the same thing they did with Errol Spence, wait to the last minute. Even they was telling Errol Spence to wait even longer, just cash out versus Canelo. Same thing Keith Thurman did. The same thing Deontay Wilder did. All these dudes crashed out. Nobody cashed in over there. All them brothers cashed out. Why would you go sign to a company ain't one motherfucker cashed in? Mayweather the only guy that cashed in. And that was before PBC. Ain't nobody cashed in. Nobody had that pinnacle fight. And they had opportunities to make the pinnacle fight. Think about this. They had opportunities to make the pinnacle fight in-house. They had opportunities where it was a win-win. Whoever won, they won. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz. They had plenty of those type of fights where they would have been the winner regardless. They would have been the winner regardless. Charles Martin, Deontay Wilder would have been a unification that Deontay Wilder never had. And I could be forgetting some other fights. Had they promised Lucas Matias that he would have fought Danny Garcia, Matias and Danny Garcia, I think would have been damn near for undisputed. They had plenty of fights that, even a Gary Russell versus, not saying it's a pinnacle fight, but it was a big fight on the East Coast. A Gary Russell versus Gervonta Davis. What did Gary Russell tell Fred in the hotel? He said, Floyd called me and told me to stop picking on Gervonta Davis. Stop picking on your peers. Are you serious? What? You got TBE called another fighter out for calling another fighter out. So the premise of this Devin Haney hate, it was protecting Gervonta Davis. But little did they know they need Devin Haney, they need Shakur Steven, they know this, the Lomachenko, to get Tank where he can be at with Floyd, but be up there as the top fighter in Floyd. But Floyd don't want to see him be on top. That's why he was rooting against Errol Spence against Terrence Crawford. That's why he started holding Terrence Crawford, talking about he should fight Benavidez and Canelo should want to fight him. You can't have nobody that's in a promoter in the sport, that's an ambassador for the sport, and they a motherfucking hater. They don't want to see nobody do better than them. This nigga wouldn't even want to see his own kids do better than him. That's what type of narcissist. That's what type of narcissist that he is. That's how you use that word in the right way. Not because your boyfriend didn't want to pay your fucking rent this month, and he went to pay, and when he went to save that money, or he went to take a trip. No, that's not what narcissist is, bitch. This nigga's a clown. Muhammad Ali was hyping Mike Tyson up, had nothing but good things to say about Mike Tyson. That's how you pass the torch. But he was a guy that never wanted to pass the torch, didn't want to fight Bradley. Thurman and Alar was the mandatories for him. Didn't want to fight them guys. Didn't want to fight Errol Spence. Never wanted to fight Adrian Broner. Never wanted to pass the baton. Not even in a somatic, like a what you call that shit? Not even in a ceremonial way. Not even in a ceremonial way, like getting behind somebody for real. Pause. Like he was with Tank, but he really didn't want Tank to get there. Them guys sense that type of energy. But you know, this is beyond treasonous, man. To get with a Mexican to beat a kid that came up in your gym, that came up with your family. You know what I'm saying? To endorse his and try to take food off his table because he didn't sign a bad deal with you. It's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all want to know why black people don't advance? Because the people that we get in position to be HNIC, to be in charge, they want to all oppress us. They don't want niggas up there with them. They want to be above us. They want to rule over us. They want to say they're better than us. But nigga, your kids don't love you, bro. Your family don't love you, my nigga. They don't love you. No, none of them motherfuckers love you. If you have that money, your mama be talking about you like a dead dog in the street. Only motherfucker that really love him for real like that, it's probably that little boy. The baby mamas don't love you, bro. Them kids seeing what you did to their mama, they don't love you after seeing that, bro. And one of them passed away. The little girl was saying some shit like, come on, man. Don't fuck with you like that, bro. A lot of y'all niggas more wealthy and more healthy and more honorable than Floyd would ever be. In your 2-bedroom apartment, your $100,000 house. You know, your kids respect you. Your wife respect you. You know, you got some baby mamas, they all respect you. Hopefully not. You know, your mother look up, you know, she might not tell you she proud of you, whatever, but they proud of you. They pat you on the back. They speak great about you behind your back. This nigga right here is a terrible motherfucker, man. He ain't for his people. He ain't for his people. He ain't there to help. Shakur and Keyshawn going to train with that nigga, man. He trying to learn y'all game and learn y'all strengths and weaknesses so he can use it against y'all just like Devin Haney. Y'all better not go tap in with this whole ass nigga, man. Y'all better not tap in with this whole ass nigga if you want to win long term. If this nigga own kids don't love this nigga, that little girl say she don't. That's why you don't never hear nothing from her. Though your youngest one. Kids don't love him. How can he love y'all? Well, you know, that's why him and 50 Cent got along so well. And best believe me, don't nothing. And I can't speak because I ain't got no kid. But I tell you this: don't nothing eat at a nigga. If you know, like his own kids not fucking with him. It don't matter how you Brian McKnight, you Corey Holcomb, fuck him, make some more kids. But in the back of your mind and in the middle of your heart, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want nobody respect, if you don't want nobody love in this world, you want it from your own kids. Not your stepkids, not your mother, not your father, not your grandfather. That's what you want. Something that's your own flesh and blood. He's somebody that he's a miserable motherfucker, man. And it's a lot, him and Diddy ain't too different. You guys like Claude Davis and all these dudes, Quincy Jones, that do all this harm to these people. We not supposed to do that to our people, bro. We supposed to put our people on like Denzel. Well, we ain't never seen Denzel put a dress on and hear about Denzel bending over and touching his toes. We ain't never seen that shit. We ain't really never seen Denzel off code. We ain't seen that. We supposed to be putting our people in position like Denzel. We ain't really seen Samuel compromise himself. We supposed to put our people in, not do what we do what the old buddy did to Tevin Campbell. Not do what he did to allegedly to Will Smith. How are we punishing and harming our own people? We supposed to be the plug. But you still plugging these motherfuckers, literally, pause, to get them on. Come on, man. We're worse than the enemy. You worse than the enemy. You worse than a motherfucking enemy. All these dudes that's in the game like that, bro, is horrible, bro. They horrible. Now, some good brothers out there that's putting guys in position, yeah. I'm pretty sure. But then they what's the brother name that paid out all them student loans off? Robert, whatever the brother's name is down at Morehouse. They still, he married to a white woman, and then they investigate him for tax evasion. That's why a lot of these brothers really can't help publicly, because then they come after you. They don't want you to help the community. So I can't say what a lot of these brothers did or didn't do, but we do know a lot of these brothers tainted a lot of these. They did the same little I call it hazing. That they did a lot of hazing to get these guys where they at. And did a lot of hate. A lot of these niggas then took a lot of assholes, man. Y'all talk everything about Corey Holcomb, but a lot of shit Corey Holcomb say is true. Yeah, I've seen several people say Corey Holcomb, my favorite comedian. Why he ain't got further? We know why. He shouted to Gary Bench. He said, "What's up, CJ? Great work on disputing the lies being put out by Garcia's team. I expect the 9 whites to defend Garcia, but the raccoon support is crazy to me." That's what we be talking about behind the scenes, man. We baffled by that shit. But I'm gonna close it out with Wilder. Get to these comments. We're gonna close it out with Wilder and Joshua. I really want to speak on this. Could have been his own live stream for real. Hold on. What my nigga say? Anthony Edwards say it. What his boy say? He said what? He said Cameron say you're an all-star, but not a superstar. Fuck, buddy. He said it is what it ain't. He said it is what it ain't. Cameron coming back with a freestyle and shit. I ain't been watching It Is What It Is. So I be having to take a break from certain YouTube shows, bro. He said that's 1,000%. Long as they can flex on Instagram, they good. Yeah, if you ain't got no social media profile, the hoes ain't fucking with you unless they find you attractive. You'd be surprised, man. Like social media, I don't try to have a great social media following. I don't really give a fuck. I talk some shit on there, ruffle some feathers. Let not go about my day. I ain't taking pictures. I ain't no photogenic dude. But in person, it'd be easy. But niggas on social media, they get these women in person and they be awkward and shit. What about that rapper Young Blue? He flew a girl out and he was like, no, like I can't imagine like flying a chick out that like I ain't never met before. That's crazy. Or me flying out to see a chick is wild. And we just met over fat niggas say, well, instead of doing a coffee date and bumper date, just do a FaceTime. The FaceTime, you can't smell a bitch. You can't, see her. You can't really get the energy. Yeah, you get a feel for her and shit like that. Like, yeah, I'm not about to spend no money on no. Come on, man. Like, get out of here. Ryan Hoas know he guilty. Dude was word raging through the whole leader, and that's exactly what it was. He said, right, why give this dude another chance? I mean, they always want us to be Biggie. Give me one more chance. He said, they said Haney got hit with the same left over and over, but when you actually watch the fight, Ryan didn't throw a lot of punches during a good chunk of that fight. That's because Devin Haney was taking it away. But, people don't understand, boxing it's a lot. I watch a lot of lower level boxing, especially when I used to go out and cover local fights. The difference is conditioning. That's the difference between them fighters and the top fighters is conditioning. That's the number one thing I could say. It ain't skill, it's conditioning. For real, it wouldn't be over. Say legally and physically, man, dude. Man, the religion is what's really stopping people from religion. I think religion is more, even though it's becoming a laws, our religion and laws. If people figured out that they had the power, dog, it'd be anarchy. Y'all be saying F the police, but man, y'all be screaming, I need the police. And I got a newfound respect for police officers. I almost became a cop. If it wasn't in Detroit, I would have became a cop. I couldn't do it in Detroit. Watching that body cam, I got a newfound respect for police. Boy, I'm kind of agreeing with them going upside y'all head. The shit they be dealing with, bro. Man, and most of the police I ran into, man, I really never had I had one dick police, but then I was doing like 20 over. He was a whole ass. He could pull me over too many times. But for the most part, they kind of be you cool. You cool. They cool. I had people write me citations or let me slide and shit, man. What's that Jeezy song on Third Motivation 101 when he got the interlude where he talking to the officer? He said, because I talked to him the right way. Yeah, a lot of y'all niggas don't be knowing to talk to police, man. I got pulled over. I was on the phone with Lion Killer one time. Real talk. I don't even remember if I got a ticket or not. I forget what happened. This shit was some years ago. It's crazy shit. He said, "You hear?" I was in Dearborn too. Did you hear about the dad who killed or deleted the police officers? No, I didn't hear about that one. Yeah, he was going to prom 2 before years ago. The police officer laying there and the dad was screaming. Hey, that sounds some crazy shit. These Keishas, these Keishas put so much money into these kids' prom. If they put half the effort and money into the prom into their education as they did their prom, I think the black community would be a lot better. The prom is the new graduation for real, and the baby shower is the new wedding in the black community. I just did a video on Patreon the other day about the prom. Said if Haney popped out, they'd be like, "See, I knew he cheated against Lumber. Oh, man, nigga was cheated his whole career. Come on, man. Something salute Floyd to sell out. He been ain't the only one. Nah, man. Hearing what Puff did to his people and some of these guys did to their own people, ain't no surprise, bro. Ain't too many upstanding citizens, man. And when you get to that point, you really can't help. Remember when all the people, I didn't really read too much into that Travis Scott concert, but I heard he took a shellacking as far as publicity and stuff. But I never liked Travis Scott. I ain't really never hear. I don't like his shoes, but I ain't like his song. Even song he did on Pretty Girls Love Trap, whatever that shit with 2 Chainz. Not my generation. How about that? Mark Nash, out to the 404. He said Atlanta. He said, don't forget to hit the like button when you're in the room. Appreciate it. See, I just got done watching Django. Django said being a black slave owner is worse than the house. And it is. Yeah, man, did he lie? Oppressing your own people, man. Come on now. PBC give out credentials late too. If you get them. I got them on a Thursday for the Friday night. Well, they don't do that to Marcos and them dudes, and I ain't trying to call them out. But like when they can't fill a spot, then they give out credentials mad late. And don't let you not make the trip to the fight. That's why I stopped fucking with them, bro. I don't even fuck with credentials no more. I go to the hotel. I don't even fuck with chasing no nigga down with no camera, bro. Like I said, if I do talk to him, I'd rather talk to like the trainers and shit. JK, I salute any young fighter should have flourished under Floyd. Yeah, he want you to flourish. Yeah, he rooted against Deontay. Nigga was jealous because he 5'6" and Deontay 10 feet taller than him. AB versus Floyd would have been mad. He didn't want to make no money, make AB no money, bro. Floyd don't want to put no money in no nigga's pocket. Yeah, huge gatekeeping sport. Love to hear that real shit. Shout out to Level to H. Salute, bro. He said you got to make $2K a week just to get 100K. That ain't really hard. That hard. I ain't gonna say it is easy, but once you break it down, $2K a week, hey man, you might not get no sleep. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. You look at it that way, it's possible. But if you just put all your trust into a job, you got to hustle. You doing this, that, and people love not to do shit for themselves. No matter how hard times get, people gonna need TVs hung. People gonna need a light bulbs put in. People gonna need a way to do illegal shit. They gonna need fire sticks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, people always gonna need information. Floyd is going down, mark my word. Of course, Kanye West just got sued for what. When you keep women around, that's why women got around the workplace. It got nasty. Yeah, Mr. All Lives Matter. He got nasty. When women got around the workplace, it got nasty. So you keep women around the workplace, come on, man. They're going to pull something on you. That's why, niggas that choose to be players, man, look, that's a short-term thing. They rotate 2 or 3 women, even they know about each other. It's a recipe for disaster, bro. He said, I wouldn't say that's heavy. I ain't heavy project. I'm telling you what I know about Floyd. You can't put everybody. I mean, all the people I name, for sure. You can look it up. All the people I name, for sure. I ain't just name no niggas just to be naming them. Like, I don't know much about Dr. Dre and all that type of shit like that. I ain't naming no niggas just I don't know nothing about. Trust and believe me. He said, CJ, what's that talk? Talking I'm talking about. Yeah, he's throwing on niggas' names that I don't know about. Go look up Quincy Jones, bro. He said, what if she FaceTime you? Would you fly her? No, I ain't flying. Look here, I'll tell you this. I ain't saying this could be you, okay? You can live in Hiswick, Illinois, and they don't got no hoes. I understand it. I live by a major city, right? I got flight privileges too, so me flying in and out most places, as long as it's not like LAX on a busy day or Vegas. New York got 2 airports, so you know how they go, but it's possible. I just too much, just like unless you import like South African ass or Brazilian ass, or you better off just going there. Like, nah, I just don't like. I'm older, so I don't really understand flying them out. Like, what's so exotic about her that I can't get in Detroit? Used to be able to go to Canada. Like, come on. If I could drive 4 hours, Cleveland, Chicago, 2 hour, 2, maybe not 2, Toledo. Like, come on, man. Like, me personally, like, most of these women are cookie cutter. They all look the same. Yeah, it's Cardi B, or it's Sexy Red, it's Nicki Minaj, BBLs and shit. They all look the same. So, it depends where you live at, though. But no, I'm good. I FaceTime her and she, didn't want to give me none, and I'm good, bro. I'm good. I can get the same little hoes, same women in my area, bro. But then again, that's my area. You can live somewhere small and you ain't got that many options. So I definitely understand that. But yeah, it's just not my generation thing. Black folks only has 5 years, and after that it's 16. I wouldn't say 5 years. He said, "Oh, that police officer story was AI." He said, "Yeah, I know. It was a wild weekend in Detroit. The weather got. Oh man, I was knocked out. I went to see Garfield, and I was knocked out. No cap. I got to do a movie review. Man, it really ain't worth it, man. It had so much potential for that movie, bro. He said his shoes fire. I got a couple pair of them. I got a couple pair. Highest, most selling shooters this year. I got the orange ones. I got them when they came out. Them collector's item. I got the blue ones, the black and blue ones. Them sold out quick. And support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313. I'm gonna get the reds, the red and black ones. I might get the smokes too. I'm probably gonna wear red and black, wear the blue. I wore the blue and black ones. I'm probably gonna put the smokes and the oranges for collection. Like my KD 16s, I probably never wear them. Those would be a collective item. The 17s, I'm wearing them bitches as soon as I get them. They just shipped them. He said women's out here saying 50K, 70K ain't enough. It's bananas, bro. It's like 100K a week, 1,000 a week. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's cool. I mean, it depends on your lifestyle. Women can make more money than you, but they spend more money than you, so they're in a financial bind. That's the difference, how you budget your money. If you got 3-4 kids, you make she make 50, 60K, you make 50, 60K, and it's just you, nigga, you winning. She losing. That's the difference. Like 60K is good for a single man, depending where you live at. It's good. 50K is good too. 40K something different if it's just you. But I mean, these women ain't getting no 100K dudes. Trust me. If I'm 100K, I'm not committing to nobody unless she got 150K. He said, I thought I was doing good, making 1,000 a week. Realized too, it ain't never enough. You make 2K a week. Guess what? You're gonna want to make 5K a week. And that should be your mindset. Your mindset should be abundance. It ain't never a limit. Gender reveal, a new thing too. Yeah, I wouldn't be a part of a gender reveal. Don't really care. He said, or you fly her out and she not giving it up the part, ain't got no time, wasting time, the women's energy. And yeah, I ain't never got into that. He said, I just sent you a pair Up here I got Travis Scott's Air Force One. I've seen them. I just ain't a fan of them. The backwards Nike sign. See, I gotta realize these women making money off sex too. Yeah. But that money they tell me I made $1 million or $100,000 off Instagram. They spend money so abundantly, bro, that they broke anyway. People that's financially secure don't beg. If you got, if black people was financially secure, would they be asking for reparations? No. Broke people don't beg, bro. Trust and believe me, they ain't begging for shit. They gonna find their own way. So you see women broke and begging, bro. Come on, man. But let's talk about Wilder and Joshua, man. I still got to take y'all boy out for one final dookie. He out here knocked out, bro. But this is a fight that never happened. And a lot of these brothers turned around and said that, oh, Mirror Nation was the new move. That's what they was telling us. Mirror Nation is the new move. Oh, well, they don't need to make this fight. Deontay only get $5 million, $7 million. Joshua, they sent the $50 million offer. And they sent. No, I never found out who took them. They refunded me. Oh, yep. I'm not getting them sneakers, dog. Not on resale. I'm good. I just got the KD 17. I was getting them anyway, but I'm good. But going to this, man, you start talking about both these brothers lost, right? And I got a video probably coming tomorrow. The pen will come up. Both these brothers lost and still end up getting Saudi money. Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz, still end up making money with Usyk twice, still end up making money with Ngannou, still end up making money with Otto Wallin, right? Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, lost 3 times to Fury. Let's say 2 in the draw. He still ended up getting 2 really good financially lucrative fights with the Saudis, with Joseph Parker and with Zhang, even though it was late. And they went, a lot of people was, talking about the money and who deserved this, that, and the third. Both of them chasing something that they both could have easily obtained by fighting each other many, many years ago. Many years ago, they could have fought for undisputed, and they could have got out and could have did their thing. They allowed Usyk, who wasn't even in the picture, to catch up and be undisputed. They allowed Tyson Fury, who was 500 pounds on his couch, who did that shit because he got popped cheating, allegedly, versus Vladimir Klitschko, and he got off the couch, and Wilder thought he was a cherry pick, and he got off the couch and was the wrong style for Wilder, and neither one of them has captured glory. Even Tyson Fury allowed Alexander Usyk to get him and capture glory. These guys could have been undisputed. And let's say Usyk, get undisputed and he retired. Let's say Fury get undisputed, retire, whatever situation may be, and now, Anthony Joshua get undisputed. Is he really undisputed? Is he really undisputed? Would he really feel like the man? Usyk is the man. He beat him twice. Even though in that Ngannou telecast, they trying to act like he didn't beat Usyk. Joshua might be the best heavyweight. Usyk beat him twice, my memory serves me correctly. So when you go around here, people talking about marinating these fights, marinate, talking about marinating Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, worried about the fighters' pockets. The money gonna be there. The money gonna be there. Had Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fought about 4 or 5 years ago, Errol Spence would have easily recovered and made a lot more money than he ended up making. Joshua and Wilder still would have made the money that they ended up making, if not more, if they would have fought each other. But they let promoters' egos get in the way because they had some beef over the Charles Martin and Anthony Joshua fight. Allegedly, Al Heyman tried to steal Joshua away from Eddie Hearn, was allegedly. So they let their gripe get in between it. And neither one of their fighters ended up, being what they should have been, which was undisputed. The fighters got robbed of an opportunity. The fans got robbed of a great fight. And the fans were sitting here worried about this guy pocket, that guy. They both got paid regardless. You want to know why I know they both got paid regardless? Because they both fuck around and lost and still got paid. So what's losing to each other? AJ got knocked out by Ruiz. Wilder got knocked out by Fury twice. And they still went on to make great money regardless. So what was all that riffraff about? Oh, ain't enough money to do this, ain't enough money to do that. And now we get 2 unaccomplished motherfucking fighters. Not saying they didn't accomplish anything, but they could accomplish something greater. It could have been sold up. They could have dropped the belts, did what they wanted to do, and it would have been icing on the cake and could have walked away a long time ago with good money. They could have never took Undisputed away from Deontay Wilder. They could have never took it from Anthony Joshua. Joshua could have won Undisputed. Then Wilder could have won the rematch. Then the rubber match, who knows would have won? Who knows? But now they just two guys who got washed by two guys that just fought for Undisputed and allowed the cruiserweight to do his thing. Simple as that. Many years they worried about slandering this guy name, slandering that, instead of making the fight. That should have been the thing. Okay, we could do a home and home. But, you know, once again, Al Heyman's bad navigation system. What'd he tell Anthony? What'd he tell Deontay Wilder? You know, you bigger than Anthony Joshua. You know, you don't have to be bowing to him. And we go fight Fury and make a bigger fight. And boy, that was the worst advice of all time. That was the worst advice of all time. That was the worst advice of all time. Al Heyman gave too much good advice in this boxing world. I said again, he ain't gave too much good advice in this boxing world. Because he gave Deontay Wilder some of the worst advice of all time. And it's unfortunate for him. And Eddie Hearn mismanaged Anthony Joshua. Even though he got Joshua active, he had Joshua one step of history of getting Undisputed. One step, one fight. But you know what the problem is? They don't want to pay the fighters. That's a big problem. And they don't want to make another fighter Undisputed. They don't want to take the risk, the promoters. They don't. And they allow a guy in Usyk and Fury who wasn't in the picture to overcome them when they could have dominated the headlines. Got Undisputed, dropped the belts, been the king of the division, picked and choose who they wanted to fight, and been done with it. Could have walked away. Fought a couple of times, could have still fought Andy, both of them. Could have still fought Usyk, Fury, Parker, Zhang. Zhang wasn't even in the fucking picture at the time. Could have fought who they wanted to fight. So just because you lose don't mean you don't make no money. They prove that's bullshit right then and there because they made a bunch of money after they lost. But they believe the fans, they believe their promoters, you know. And I was talking on the phone with Bill, whatever, right, a couple of days ago, and I was telling him, like, y'all don't even need the promoters no more. They just the middleman. You don't need the promoters. Come on, you don't need the promoters no more. Tell me I'm wrong. You know, a lot of brothers agree with me. Like, come on, what you need promoters for? They don't get you a brand deal with Gatorade. They don't get you on TV. You know what I'm saying? They don't get you on a guest spot on I don't know what's a good TV show on Abbott Elementary. You ain't in rap videos. You ain't on TRL 106 and Park no more. You know what I'm saying? They barely get you a segment more than 5 minutes on First Take. Come on, man. You ain't even like got a brand deal. You ain't got a used car deal. They got managers who taking and who ain't bringing nothing to the table. You paying these guys, they get money off your name on the side, and you ain't getting none of it. They ain't killing and bringing nothing back into the circle. All they doing is taking food off your plate, taking food off your plate, taking food off your plate. That's it. That's all they doing. Taking food. That's all they do. Paying all this money to a couple managers who ain't nobody bringing nothing to the table. That's the game. That's the game. You know, but it's a fight that should have happened. It didn't happen. The fans got in the middle of it. I was guilty of it too. Oh, he deserved this. He deserved it. They should have just fought. This shit could have been sold up 4, 5, 6 years ago. They could be going on a quadruple, whatever they call it, 4 times. They could be fighting 4 or 5 times by now. And all this advice that Eddie Hearn giving, that Ed Bob and all these guys giving is bad advice. It's bad advice. It's bad advice. It's bad advice. It was bad advice. Let me say it again. It was bad advice. It was. So they should have just fought. They should have just fought. They should have just fought. So I'm gonna read these comments. Like I said, I got a extended video talking about this tomorrow. So hopefully y'all like it. Say you gotta realize these women making money, y'all can't make that. He said, question, did you already answer that? Shelly, yeah, make sure Breland was straight though. A lot of Shelly Finkel, fighters be straight financially. Al Heyman fought that Wilder and AJ fight. I think it was a joint effort. But I don't know. Easy, what's going on? He said reparations are not a handout. He said, but a debt on no one anything. But man, based on what? You can't even give reparations out because Black and African American is not really an ethnic group. Go look it up. So who gets it? I guarantee you, there's a lot of people that won't be Black when it's time to be Black. Guaranteed to be Black. Come on, what you gonna do? What you gonna do to guarantee they pay out? They not gonna pay out. So you waiting on a handout. They not gonna pay out. You're not gonna fight for nothing. You've been begging for equality for years, still ain't got it. It's a handout because you're not gonna make them pay out. Y'all not gonna pack up and say, "Oh, we not going to work," or "We going back to Africa," or I don't know if you're from Africa, but you catch what I'm saying? It's a handout. Y'all want a handout. Because if you begging for something, you ask for something, it's a handout. Hate to say it to you. If y'all really wanted it, go take it. Go take the country back. Go take what's yours. Go take it. But Black people in America ain't never been built like that. So if you're begging for something, you're begging for it, it's a handout. Not saying you don't deserve it. Not saying we don't deserve it. But the ancestry and all that got to go, man. That money be tied up. Your kids would be lucky if they seen that money, seen that land. They ain't if they ain't did it in 1,000 years, 100 years, they're never gonna do it. And watch all the Africans that come from the continent, trying to jump in there. And I'm telling you, man. I remember 2 Chainz told a story that his apartment building was about to get tore down. They about to build a freeway or some shit through it. And that Ludacris moved in there at the right, because he knew what was about to happen, so he can get a settlement check. Black people gonna be trying to procreate with Black people to make sure their ancestry get a settlement check, bro. They never do things just for us in this country, bro. That's my point. See, I was talking to a man in a wheelchair. The man told me his wife left him soon as he became handicapped. The game is rigged. Bodie Brodus. Yup. Shout out to I seen it in BMF. I ain't watched it yet, but yep, it's a dirty game. How many times I heard that story, bro? Oh, Gabi, it's how many times I heard that story, man. These women don't love you, bro. They love you conditionally, and believe it or not, bro, it's gonna hurt a lot of you niggas' souls right here. A lot of your mother loves you on a condition. A lot of y'all mamas love you conditionally. What you can do for them too, it's conditional. It's a cold game, bro. A lot of y'all sisters love y'all because what you conditionally can do for them. A lot of men, the only true love that you usually get is from your kids. But if the baby mama and the government corrupt their mind, you don't get opportunities to get that. So the only love you really can get is from a dog, is from a loyal animal. I don't expect loyalty from humans. I don't. Unless I could raise my own kids, and be hands-on. This is why no man should, this is why you do 50-50. This is why you split the bills, because you split the time raising the kids, you split spending that time, you split the bills so your kids can be well-rounded individuals. Maybe sometimes you giving 100 to nothing, she giving 100 to nothing. But most of these Keishas and most of these Beckys and they don't want to work. They don't want to be lazy. I told you I was in the grocery store a couple years ago and I wasn't trying to ear hustle. I swear to God, I wasn't, man. I was minding my fucking business, right? And I was hearing a guy, he was like in the cereal aisle. He was talking about how he worked like all these crazy hours, and I guess he married this woman. He was white, and she sit on her ass all day, and the house be fucked up, and don't be no food to eat. She don't cook. She trapped him. She got a commitment from him and stopped doing what she needed to do. Women play that game, man. I like what Coach Greg Adams said. The divorce is planned before the wedding. Mark, you could be in a relationship with a woman, move her in there, and she gonna stop doing what she did to get you. It's just that, man, Kobe sent me a video. I wish I could play it on YouTube, bro. Shit is hilarious, though. I'll talk about it at the end if I remember. So Usyk is on the Road Warrior 2, got all the belts in the road and didn't obsess over the business. Nope. He said PBC completely steered Wilder in the wrong direction. I don't know why fighters wasted career with that promotion, with that TV show. Said they should have made that joint happen when it was hot. Ninjas was talking about letting the shit marinate. Yep, they let Earl Spence marinate too. And then, it should have happened. It should have happened. At least Floyd was able to get deals with Reebok, Louis Vuitton, as well as WrestleMania. Yeah, I remember the Reebok deal. I remember Louis, but the Charlos had some deals with Balenciaga, the little crazy one. But y'all seen this video Kobe sent me? I can't play it on YouTube. So it was these studs talking about how they get tired of having sex with women, and they get cramps and they get tired having sex, whatever. Like dog. Like I'm like, are you serious, bro? So even the studs are complaining about the women out here. And I'll tell you this, man, when you sleeping with most women, they don't do nothing. They just lay there. And they complain about the old man, Terrence only know 4 or 5 positions. Like, bro, we doing all the work. You got to do all the work to get the woman. You got to spend the money, spend the time, spit the game, all this stuff. And then you got to do the work. You sweating. You tired as hell. You got to turn the fan on. They talking about they catching Charlie horses and all that. Man, I'm telling you, a lot of times the shit don't even be worth it, bro. Now, the studs even complaining about women. Talking about they tired. And you tired because you the one that's doing all the work. You doing all the work. You doing all the work. So you got to be in shape. You got to be in shape. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell you, you got to do all that work. So it's just nasty work. Nasty work out here. You got to do all the work. No, y'all be tired. You got to turn the air conditioner on and shit in the middle of the winter time. Niggas be tired, bro. You work 40, 50, 60 hours a week, man, and you got to worry about pleasing them. Man, you out your rabbit ass mind. You out your rabbit mind. Shit is a wicked world, but that's all I got, man. Let's be on the podcast tomorrow. I wanted to get this live out the way today, so I don't know if I'll do a live tomorrow. If something come up, I'll do a live. But hey, appreciate the love, support. Don't forget, hit the link tree. Check out the Patreon. It's to be on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Kick, still on Kick, Twitch, all that stuff. Just hit the link tree. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, the whole 9. Peace.